Take a screenshot now if you want to follow the recipe. Also screenshot this page. Hi kids, it's Miss Stacy. I'm working on baking a lemon cake. It's gonna be delicious. This is lemon extract. It's lots of lemon flavor to add to the cake. Now there's gonna be lemon juice in the cake to make it really lemony. The recipe calls for a lot of lemon extract, but you can see I've only got a little bit of liquid left in there. And this is a tablespoon. Tablespoons are kind of big. And it calls for 4 tablespoons. There's not as many as 4 tablespoons left in my little lemon extract bottle. So to add to the lemon, I'm gonna add one more lemony thing, and that is grated lemon peel. So I have a grater, and I'm just going to scrub the peel onto the grater and collect the shavings, the peelings in my bowl. Do you see that the yellow is coming off? There's white underneath. The yellow part, oh, it smells good. It smells so good. I love lemon flavor. Let me show you what this looks like on the grater. Oh, there it is. And here it is in the bowl. Okay, I finished grating 2 lemons. So that's the grated lemon peel from these 2. And so you can see that they're not quite as bright yellow as before because I took some of that off. There's butter in the cake and it needs to be softened. So it's cold, it's hard and cold from the refrigerator. It takes 1 1/2 sticks. So I'll unwrap this whole stick and I'm putting it on this microwave safe plate. It means the plate won't break if I microwave it. And this stick, I have to cut it in half. So now I have 1 1/2 sticks of butter on this plate and I'm gonna put them in the microwave, but not long enough to melt them, just long enough to make them very soft. Here's my microwave and that butter. I'm going to microwave it for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 0 seconds, but it will melt if I do it on full power. So I'm going to press the power level button and I'm going to do it on 20% power. There it goes. There's a turntable inside my microwave so the food spins so it gets warmed up evenly. The recipe says I need 3 beaten eggs. Now this is a whole egg. How am I going to make it beaten? I need to take these eggs and crack them open and put the liquidy insides into this bowl and stir it really fast with this whisk to beat the eggs. So here they go. I'll show you how I crack the eggs into this bowl. Do you watch your parents crack eggs at your house? It's kind of ooey gooey inside. Here we go. Ooh, liquid insides. Here's another one. Ooh. I tap it really hard on the hard side of my counter so it gets a crack in it. And then I push my thumbs both into that crack and I pull it apart. Let's see if I can capture that on camera. So, hit it. Do you see how I broke the egg? It's got broken parts. I'm gonna push my thumbs both into the broken part and pull it apart. That's how I break an egg. Now, sometimes broken little pieces fall into my bowl, and then I get a spoon and I dig them out. I don't think I got any eggshell pieces in there this time. Now it's time to beat the eggs with my whisk. Oh, let me show you what they look like inside the bowl. Oops. Ooh. Sloshy liquidy. All right. Oh, what a funny sound. Beating them. Beat those eggs. I sped this clip up. That's why it's going so fast. I'll show you again what it looks like now that I beat the eggs. They're all mixed. Nice. Gooey gooey. Eggs are so useful. They're full of protein. They give structure to baked goods when you put them in something that you bake. It helps hold it all together, and it also helps make it rise. It helps the cake get puffed up. This is going to be delicious. This cake has 1 cup of milk in it. Here's a measuring cup that measures parts of a cup. And this marking says 1 cup, and it marks to this line. So it's this line that I want to pour my milk to measure 1 cup. That looks about right. It's time to juice my lemons. That means get the juice out. So I'm gonna cut it in. Oops, my camera can't see that. I'm gonna cut it in half. There. This is another measuring cup that measures 1 cup, but it's so old that all the markings are really hard to see. So I can see where they are, but the camera can't really see. I need to get half of a cup, that's like that much, of lemon juice. I'm gonna use this tool, I'm gonna use this strainer to get the lemon juice into the cup without getting any seeds in it. The seeds will be caught in the strainer. So here I go, squeeze it right in. Very juicy. All right, I'm gonna squeeze the rest of them on fast forward. All right, I squeezed 2 lemons and it was just about half a cup. So I don't even need, I have a 3rd lemon that I'm not even gonna use it. The recipe says to use 2 or 3, so it depends on how big your lemons are. Mine were big, so I only needed 2. My lemon cake recipe says to whisk together, that means stir with a whisk, 2 cups of cake flour. This is a cup measure it's the same amount of stuff as my glass cups, but I need to fill it up to the very, very top with flour to measure 1 cup. So this is best for measuring something solid like flour instead of something liquid like milk or juice. The recipe says cake flour. I think you could use all-purpose flour, which is the flour that you probably have at home. Sort of tap it with a whisk. Make sure it's flat on top. Oh yeah, that's about 1 cup. So it's close enough to another cup. So that was 2 cups. Stirring it with a whisk. Now there's 2 more ingredients I need to stir into here. Baking powder and salt. There's a little something wacky about this recipe. Where did I put my book? Here it is. My pop in me. The recipe directions say to whisk together the cake flour, baking powder, and salt. And it says to whisk in the vanilla extract. I'm not going to follow that direction because vanilla extract is a liquid. And these three other ingredients are dry, solid ingredients. So I think that whoever wrote this recipe made a little mistake there. I'm going to add the vanilla to my other liquid ingredients. Everybody makes mistakes. So I did the 2 cups of cake flour. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Let me show you a teaspoon. This is a whole set of measuring spoons. The biggest one is called a tablespoon. This second biggest is half a tablespoon. This third biggest, that size is a teaspoon. So I need 2 of these of baking powder. So there's 1. And 2. Baking powder is good for making things rise. Just like eggs can make a cake or another baked thing puff up to rise, baking powder also makes things rise. Nice puffy cake. All right, and it says I need 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. That is a very small amount, but I think I have that measurement. So remember we had the big ones, tablespoon, half a tablespoon, teaspoon. Now what are these smaller ones? Half a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon, and the smallest one, the teeny tiniest one, is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So that's how much salt I need. Salt. There. It's okay with me if I use a little bit more. I like salt in my baking. All right. So those 3 dry, solid ingredients, I'm gonna whisk them together. Here, I'm gonna whisk it. Do you see the lines created by the whisk as I stir? I think that's fun. Okay, thank you, Eliza. Okay, it's time to start putting my ingredients together inside my big bowl that is part of my mixer. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need a paddle for my mixer. I'll show you what that is. It's this, and it goes on this stem. I twist it to lock, and that piece is gonna spin really fast inside my bowl to mix everything together. But for now, I'm gonna leave it out so I have space to put all my ingredients. So it says to stir together the lemon juice, the milk, the lemon extract, the eggs, and the butter. So I'll do it in that order, how it says. Lemon juice, half a cup of lemon juice. And it goes to the side there. Milk, 1 whole cup of milk. The lemon extract, a tablespoon. Tablespoon is the biggest of my spoons. So let's see how much lemon extract I have. There is 1 tablespoon, and I'm gonna move it over to my mixer. Okay, is there enough for another whole one? Nope, only drops. So I got 1 whole tablespoon plus a few drops. I knew I wasn't gonna have enough because it wanted 4. So I'm gonna take this lemon zest from the peels, grated from the peels, and put that in there instead. Because I think that's what lemon extract is made out of. I think there was a mistake in the recipe that told me to put my vanilla in with my dry ingredients. So I'm not, I'm putting them in my wet ingredients. And it says 2 tablespoons. Ooh, that smells good too. It smells like sugar cookies. I need to put the beaten eggs. Do you remember these eggs? Yeah, okay, in they go. And butter. It's very soft because I put it in the microwave. Oh, I splashed myself. Let's stir it, but I mustn't stir it too hard. I don't want it to splash me again. Okay, that's working. Oh, I'll show you. That's what it's doing. Yep. So while that is starting to stir, I'll start getting the next thing ready, which is sugar. It says add the sugar gradually, beating it thoroughly with the added ingredients. Right. There's my sugar canister. So 2 cups. There's my cup measure for dry ingredients. Sugar is a dry ingredient. There's 1 cup of sugar. I gotta turn off my mixer and add that. I'll start it going again while I measure out another cup. So, here's 1 more cup of sugar. And it goes, oh, turn it off, and now, in it goes. To add my flour and stuff. Okay, so there's some. I'm gonna put the video on fast forward for the rest, for a little bit. This is the cake pan I'm using. I think it's 13 inches by 9 inches. The recipe says to oil and flour it. I don't use oil, I use shortening. So I'm going to take a paper towel and wipe shortening on it. So it's all greasy. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little flour. And shake it around. Oh, so loud. There. The flour sticks to the shortening. And this is also that the cake itself does not stick to the pan when it's time to cut it and serve it. Okay, time to pour my batter into my cake pan. Here's my pan, and here it goes. Is Percy stuck in my room? Thanks, Eliza. Well, he's not necessarily stuck. What is he doing?
Just lounging around.
Did you hear that motorcycle? So loud. All right, kids, it's time to put my cake in the oven. Here's my oven. And in goes the cake. The book says to bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 50 to 60 minutes. So I'll put my timer for 50 minutes and then I'll check it. All right, and I'll do some filming when it comes out of the oven. The cake has been baking and it's time to check on it. If it's not all the way, if it doesn't seem like it's done, I'm gonna bake it for 10 more minutes. But if it does seem done, it's time to take it out. So to test if I think it seems done, I'm gonna poke it with a toothpick. First, let's look at it through the window. I'm gonna turn on the light. There's my light switch. Oh, and there it is through the window. Oh, okay. So I have my oven mitt. I'm gonna pull out the cake and get my toothpick. Poke my toothpick in the middle. I think it's done. I'm gonna take it out. So there's that again. All right, here I am with a cake that just came out. Oh, it's so hot and it smells good. It's a cake that you could put frosting on if you wanted. I did not plan a frosting for it. It's called lemon bars cake or something like that. And lemon bars don't have frosting, so that's why I didn't plan a frosting. Anyway, I think it'll be delicious without any frosting. So I'm just gonna let it cool and then we're gonna slice and eat it. There, I cut us some cake. I'm ready to enjoy it. See how this tastes. Oh, it's not too hot. It's good. I thought it would be maybe too sweet, but it's just right. Delicious. Thanks, Eliza. Hey kids, thank you for watching my baking video. Bye-bye.